watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
My bad. My bad.
It's all good.
My bad.
Good.
See what happened was
Is
I
it?
hit the end broadcast on my phone.
Oh, is the other link still good? Is the other link still good for viewers?
Oh no, I'm resending out the right link.
Okay.
They're gonna get another text. Oh man.
All right. Yeah, I just took the other one out to some people. I'm like, wait up, it's not working.
Yeah, send that out. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
ET Money the Third, what it do?
I'm good, fellas. What's up with you?
What's that you drinking there, buddy? It looks whitish.
It's a shy tea latte.
Is that
Shy or chai?
I'm about to. There you go. Is it shy or chai?
When you have class, you just say things.
That would sound the real upper echelon.
Exactly. You gotta say it differently.
Shy.
And there's this Cinnabon creamer. So that's why I put it in so I lighten the load. And today I'm doing the big reveal as I spin the mug around.
What's that?
Yeah.
Temple?
I got the clearance. I passed the test, the flying color. I am back at starting next Wednesday.
Oh, in class.
Congratulations.
Back to work. Nice. Back to work. I get to work for Temple University yet again.
I'll be back on. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my upper echelon coffee. Give me one.
Oh Lord. Uppity Negroes. See that? Uppity Negroes.
Yeah.
I just want black coffee with some milk in it and sugar.
Oh, no.
How we always do. Like we used to do. Hey, Mama Corey. I apologize. Lisa and Mama Corey were in the building. And I had an old man moment. I was testing to make sure the link I sent out to my brothers was the correct link. And then I came up. I was like, okay, let me get rid of myself. And instead of just hitting exit, I hit end broadcast. And there was nothing you can do. Once you end it, there's no coming back. There's no coming back. You're an official thug when you just drink black coffee. I don't fool with folks. That's
this
just,
guy here?
Yes, I believe. Let me bring up sugar free. I don't sugar free.
It ain't black coffee.
So there's a story behind why I drink black coffee.
It ain't. Hold on. Before you tell me your story, Kaneem,
go ahead.
You're a tough dude. If you just, folks that just pour in and just drink, you're a tough dude.
That ain't. I'm softer than a marshmallow then, because I gotta have.
Right, I do too. I need some sugar. When people used to joke with me, they were like, "Oh, you gonna have some coffee with that sugar and milk?"
Oh, I gotta have cream and all that, man. And it gotta be cream. It can't just be milk.
Right. All right. Like what you said, you got your story behind your black coffeeness.
Well, my black coffee, right? When I drink coffee, I didn't mind putting the sugar and the cream in and everything.
Okay.
But if you ever been on a cruise and for breakfast, you just sit at the table with a bunch of random people, right? You got that round table, eight seats there, and my wife, and they give us this one sugar block. Well, there's no packets, right, for the whole table. And my wife was like, every day, like emptying the whole, taking all the good sugar. The pink pack, the blue pack, she didn't touch that. She got all the white packs and destroyed it. I'm looking at the other people at the table, I'm like, yo. I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to drink my coffee black. And I was like, people do this. And then over that rest of that week on that cruise, I got used to it. And that's the only way I drink my coffee. You do. A chai tea with my
I can't do it. I can't do it. You acquire the taste that
you appreciate good coffee though. You start to understand good coffee. Like I like my coffee, like the darker brand, the darker coffee.
I got you because you actually get to taste the coffee.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm not gonna dispute that, Larry. You know what I'm saying? It's to each his own, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you choose to have straight black coffee, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. That's free country.
That's like to me, that's like Kool-Aid with no sugar. I can't do that.
You just got some colored water. That's just some colored water right there.
What did Heavy D say? Black coffee, no sugar, no cream.
Exactly right. My thought exact. Straight black coffee is for savages. You a savage. You watch people just pour it in. Hey, how you doing? I was like, you just go straight from the right out. There's no in between. There's nothing. It's just straight. That's why you do. You know, you watch some movies, you watch some shows. You know, some hardcore detectives. They go, "Where's the coffee at?" They pour that joint and start drinking like. You just gonna drink it like that? My dad used to drink his black too. He just straight boom, boom. I'm like, man, what kind? Who raised you?
I better man than me. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, Jeff says he likes the Italian sweet cream and whipped cream in his coffee. That's
I'm right there with you, Jeff.
Your brother's to another level.
You got to really expand your palate. See, Jeff is on the West Coast, so
right.
They got a little bit more. When it comes to coffee now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not trying to downplay the East Coast, but the West Coast got a little something when it comes to coffee.
True, I will give you that. There's probably more black drinkers here and basic drinkers here because I just my straight sugar milk. Boom, I'm good. It's delicious.
But they go a little bit above and beyond when it comes to. It's more of a. It's not quite culinary,
right?
But
it's like an art form. Like they don't just throw it. They don't just throw it together. It's got to be mixed. Right? Starbucks, I feel like came from the West Coast. Starbucks, give me a shot latte.
I mean, and some of the words they made up. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't the mocha latte.
Right. See the mocha latte with the chai, and
that's not really a thing. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I think that what sound good. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a good title right there. Let's go with that.
A shot of espresso and a different coffee.
I could be wrong because it's a lot of words. It's a lot of languages, I should say, in the world that I don't know. So with all the languages in the world that I don't know, they may have snatched one of those words from a language and put it on the coffee. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
So I can't really, because I look at some of these calls they got nowadays with these names, and I be like, is that really a name, or y'all just made that up in the boardroom? Is it an acronym we don't know about?
Right.
Just okay. Right. Anyway,
yes,
I'm not gonna hold it.
Earl, what you drinking, brother? Because Earl had to go away and get his. I
had to go away.
Mocha latte.
I had to walk away. I needed to get something to drink. Cafe Bustelo.
Bustelo.
I almost spit mine out. You got it. Bustelo, you talking about me?
Stello.
I ain't mad at you, Earl. See, Earl put a little sophistication on his cup. You know what I'm saying? Earl ain't talking about Maxwell House or Folgers or
Bustelo. You don't mess around with that stuff. You don't mess around. That's the stuff you don't give the kids. That's expensive. You don't think that?
Earl came with one of them hitters.
You get the K-Cups.
Right. You real special. You real got the cake. I don't do. Yeah.
You don't do the K-Cups? The K-Cups is low maintenance, so you just put it in pop.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't do
fresh brew every time, right?
I don't. Yeah. No.
I don't know though. If you go to some of them, you get that old school coffee pot. that burnt coffee be all right sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It be all right.
That marinated coffee. That's what I got. The filtered water. Just old school.
Hey,
you
be like, man, what is this dragon juice? I mean, this thing. What talking about? Yeah, hey, make you want to leave your tongue hanging out there like that. Somebody give me some water. What is this?
You're like, dab your tongue off and stuff.
Oh God, Jeff said, "I'm a Keurig king." I can't. You sophisticated folks. I can't.
I ain't mad at you, Joe. I ain't mad at you, but
yeah, we can bang. Thanks for the shout out, Jeff.
He said, "Oh, he said, did you ever see the YouTube videos where the grandson and Pop go through the Starbucks line, and the grandson tells the granddad what the oh Lord, what the order? It's hysterical. I can imagine. So yeah, y'all, I can't do that. I've done black, like, I've tried to like fast on certain things like sugars and milks and stuff and try to do black. And I will say, Larry, you do kind of get used to it. You can adjust to it. Mm-hmm. But I had to get back to my sugar and milk. It's just, you can adjust to it. It is. And you do actually taste the coffee. Because I found a bougie coffee place in New York. Like, it was in a suburban neighborhood though. Like, it wasn't, on a space where the upper echelons of folks lived. I was like, why is this coffee shop here? And it had like, it's just coffee, just all kinds, just like every kind of taste. And he was giving me samples, and I'm like, with disrespectfully, I guess, where's the sugar? He looked like, what? This is how you drink it. How do you taste it? I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it, but all you taste is black coffee. My palate wasn't ready for all I tasted black coffee.
Yeah, that's like
goggle it.
Yeah, girl got.
It's like French. It's like French fries with no salt. Like, why would I do that?
Why would you do that?
We gotta go back to this Kool-Aid without sugar, though. That's blasphemy. Have you ever had somebody make Kool-Aid and they say, "Oh, I forgot to put the sugar in"?
Yeah, that's how I feel about coffee. That's it. If I got coffee and ain't no sugar in it, it's a problem. Like, where you from? You not. You got to be.
So what's your recipe? Yeah. What's your recipe? How many sugars?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, until I taste it. It's sugar until
There we go. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't got to be served now. I'm not trying to make Southern sweet tea. I'm just trying I'm just trying to taste it. That's it.
That's that. Hey.
Once I taste it, that's it.
That's enough.
You
gotta, if you're in some place you've been before, you know how many to put in there. But sometimes you gotta okay, I think I need a little more because I can't taste it.
Yeah.
Just to raise the taste up. There you go. Bam.
I used to be like that.
He says you might as well eat the beans.
Actually, they sell coffee beans wrapped in chocolate, and man, it's another out of body experience.
Good.
But I used to do mine with sugar in it until you taste it, and then people are like, "Oh, you're gonna have coffee with your sugar?" I was like, "I will."
I mean, now it's something. Now you can't just be just like you got muscle memory on the sugar cup. Now you can't stop. You gotta at least have some type of restraint. See, that's too much. I mean, if you hold it up like that and you actually count to a number, that's too long. Yeah, it was like. Yeah, that's too long. That's too much. Unless you got you a 22-ounce cup of coffee,
right? Like a big one,
Yeah. That's too much.
Oh, we used to go to 7-Eleven in the morning at work, and I was like, I had it set. I was a big cup,
right?
It'd be like half a cup of coffee, then the next half or so was the cream. And then that's how it used to be.
Oh man, yeah, you remember the ones that used to the machine that made the coffee for you? Cup come down, coffee come out, cream, and everything was already.
I remember that, and you put how many sugars, and it gets.
We had one of them at work when I first started working at Georgia Power.
A lot of those factories had them. Yeah,
we had one of them at work.
I remember those.
And like the first year I was there, they took it out the same year that I started.
Okay.
But we used to go there, but it was free though. That was the whole thing for us. Wow. It was free.
Yeah.
So you just go there. But after they took that one out, they put the little K-cup machines, but they had the hard water line. I mean, it was like an industrial K-cup machine. They had a whole wall. They had a whole wall of different flavors. Wow. So I probably done tried every flavor that they had. Now this was back in 2007, 2008, something like that. So this was a while back. Wow. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a variety of more flavors now. But I'm saying back then they probably had about 40 to 50 different flavors, and I had them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's free. Oh no,
right.
Hey, you know, I got to try everything. We ain't tried this today.
That's nasty. Okay, that's nasty.
Oh, it's free.
You made a concoction for everything.
You got this one from Colombia. Oh, okay. Let me see that.
I said he made a concoction with every combination.
hey, not only that, they had a little creamer station. You know, them little cups that got the little French vanilla and the hazelnut.
And different flavors of that. So you trying to mix
different flavors of creamers too. Like Jeff talking about the Irish cream and all that. I'm like, we had like little vanilla and caramel cups, and it was a true coffee station.
Oh, true. Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. See, they indoctrinate the bouginess into us, because you trying all like, oh, I like this French vanilla with the Irish cream in it.
When I tell you, for anybody out there that's listening, if you in the state of Georgia, and you want a good job, and you are, now you got to have mechanical aptitude. You can't come in there just thinking that you just some computer guru. You got to be able to use your hands. If you want a good job, you need to apply for Georgia Power, because they will cater to you and take care of you. And like literally, I'm talking about my first 6 months there, we ate out every single day. We had Jimmy Nick's, we had Golden Corral, we had a Longhorn Steakhouse. We had, I'm talking about every single day. You know, hey, for the free ski whiskey. For the free ski whiskey. I'm talking about that. I'm like, man, hold on. I fell in love with my job. I say, I come here for 8 hours and I'm at lunch for 2.
Wow. Just so you know, that's where your Georgia Power money's going to. Okay.
Anyway, I just thought for all you folks who got mechanical aptitude, apply Georgia Power, Southern Company.
And then probably not the only one.
They slogan is we keep the lights on.
Right. Keep the light. Well, this episode is brought to you by Georgia Power. Well, okay. This is my last off track. Then I got a real topic. So y'all ever like ride by construction sites, and why does it seem like there's always like 6 guys, 2 guys are working, and everybody else is kind of like standing around?
Oh, that's everything.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of standard though, bro.
I got you, and I know you're gonna give me with some real stuff, but it just be trip me out.
I was about to get.
I know everybody got their position. One dude does this. Okay, it's your job. 2 guys, boom, boom. And everyone just kind of.
Yeah, but they all make the same.
Hold on. Then there's always the 7th guy who's the supervisor, and they always,
Yeah, but they all make the same except for the supervisor, right? Like the guy that's clean the sweeping, he makes the same as the guy where I got the jackhammer. The guy that's standing there holding the stop sign, he makes the same money about everybody else. It's like an apprenticeship. But yeah, they do be standing around.
I'm gonna give you a little heads up. All the guys that got power tools make more than the guys that don't.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But they'll
I can imagine because they got a particular set of skills that the other guys probably don't.
Guys are
really
like
just jump in and do.
Right.
It's tiers to it. So you start out as a helper. So you ain't got no power tools. Yo, you go pick up stuff, you clean up stuff.
You traffic.
Yeah. Then you working because you got power tools.
Right.
Then once you leave the power tools, you get a radio. Once you leave the radio, you actually
radio dude's another level. Okay.
Radio dude's another level. Radio dude got other dudes doing stuff. Hey, I need you to go over here. Hey, go over there. Hey, come back. Bring that over here.
I was told that.
Okay.
And then on top of the radio dude, then you get away from all of it because you got like supervisor, superintendent. Then you got the service manager, and then you got the site manager.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
See, I was doing like an apprenticeship. Like the people that gotta like clean, they sweep the floors, or hold the signs. Sometimes they be like hating because they don't get to do the power tools. They be like, I'm gonna stand out here all day, and they don't give them a chance to learn because it's like they gotta learn how to work the power tools before they let them do it.
Right.
But some people don't make it that way.
People don't make
some
it.
People don't got the patience to That's why we don't see us out there. Cause we like, man, I'm not holding this sign all day. It's hot as a mud.
Jeff says, so if the dude is sporting a DeWalt on his belt, he got it going on, and the radio guy is the vice president.
The radio
guys who I need to go to and fuss about what's going on out here. What's going on out here?
The radio guy is kind of like the crew leader.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a few folks working in his little crew. And he the leader of his crew. So don't get me wrong, radio guy got to work too now.
Right, no doubt. I see radio guy working. I see him working.
Radio guy got to work too, but radio guy can walk off whenever he want because he got that
radio. Radio guy,
you come over here and hold this sign because I'm
radio guy be walking a lot.
Right, radio guy does walk back and forth. Right,
they always walking back and forth, but they got a radio in their hand, but they walk back and forth.
Yeah, gotta look like that is true.
Right.
Yeah, because they always ask, "Hey, such and such done, such and such ready." I'm going to check. Such and such ready. Such and such ready. I'm going to check.
They always upset.
Right,
because it ain't never done. That's because it ain't never done. Y'all making me look bad.
Right. Come on, just dig the hole. You ain't done yet.
Boss man said y'all need to have this done in 5 minutes. Boss man told you that. He didn't tell me that.
Right. Oh man. All right, that's a whole nother conversation right there. Boss man told you. He told me. All right. So have you guys, and I've been kind of lightly watching this, and I got Earl T. Murray in the building, my finance guy. So make sure you guys follow Earl T. Murray III. He said, what you waiting for, Jesus? Jeff said he get in trouble for going to lunch. It's like, you going to lunch right now? I've been working 6 hours. Can I take a break? Nah, we got cars to sell, brother. He said, you're the guy. He said, I'm the radio guy. He said, I'm the radio guy. So I don't know if you guys heard of BRICS. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and so what we said, wow, all this discussion about manual labor work. I'll be behind his desk. I know that's right. I'm behind the desk. I'm setting up the next job. And I don't know. I've been kind of seeing some YouTube. I don't know. Have you guys been following this BRICS situation? Coming together, talking about money and replacing the dollar and things of that nature. Have you guys been following, knowing anything about this before we dig too far? Nah, Larry. What about you? Sugar free. aka me.
Now, what was the question? What was the question again,
Look,
bro?
that's the face that you make, that the guys be making when they walk into the site. he was frozen.
What was the question again, bro?
Have you been following the BRICS situation? Well, I can't say situation, but basically all the countries that aren't connected to the superpower that they kind of, he said what the I stand for: India, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China. They say with the S now, South Africa. I think others have joined. Basically they are, I call them the outcast of, they're not hanging out with the G7 or the UN. They basically oppose everything. They don't like America. They you said, so Reese says you should be very afraid. I've been kind of following because their goal, I feel like, is to kind of, one of them anyway, is to kind of destroy the dollar. So they can create a currency that becomes the world's, biggest. The objective is to replace the dollar. That's been a lot of the talk, and it can become a serious issue overnight if they make a big move. So now one of the, I'm gonna say rumors, and I'm sure it may be true. They are like, China's not using the dollar. Like, they've created their own currency, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Reese, because I know Reese seems like you've been following it closely. So go ahead, Earl. And Earl, I got my man Earl. I asked him about it. He said he knows.
So I know that they're looking into trying to collectively, create a dollar. And I think that they've had
right.
The like recent meetings to talk about how they could be able to formulate it, but based upon from what has been reported, it's not anything maybe in the near future. And I think there's some of the let's look at the economics of China and Russia is different from India, which is different from South America and Brazil and South Africa. And so, and then you got to look at the political climate that's related to each one. Is it mutually beneficial? Yeah. I mean, it is mutually beneficial for them collectively. But, as this kind of, how would I say, as this kind of emerges and evolves, will they maintain their cohesive unit together? But for so long, you've had the G7, you had the EU, you've had the US dollar, and people are not happy, or they're looking to see what else can be created in terms of world finance, besides everything being based upon the US dollar. And so it's going to be one of those things that's going to be interesting to see how it's rolled out. But as of right now, from I think South Africa's president is not really for, or there's some more discussion that needs to discuss.
Yeah, because I think China has the most to lose because they own with debt. So if they diminish the dollar, then we're like, shoot, you guys, we're going to file bankruptcy. You ain't getting nothing.
I don't know if it'd be that easy for us to speak. I know what, we can't pay these debts. I don't. Yeah, I think it'll be. But if they diminish the dollar, they have possession of a currency that is worth way more than ours.
But what's the backing? Because usually, like, the U.S. dollar is backed by gold, right?
Yes,
like,
it's not backed by anything. It's backed by.
There's a central, there's a central bank, like International Monetary Fund. You have the World Bank. You have all these different banks that are, the backbone behind some of these major country and agencies. But I think that their discussions is in a very infancy stage. If they were able to rally on how, if they're able to rally on how this could all work out, it could be a force to reckon with.
Right. Right. So it said, Reese says this union will control how oil is purchased, while the rest of the world is going electric. BRICS will continue to control oil. Yeah, because a lot of those that are part of the BRICS, all those that are part of the BRICS are oil producers. One of the some of the biggest oil producers. Everything's backed by Africa's resources. India's backed by. Stop it. All right. And Jeff said, like, what's the benefit? I think it is to diminish the dollar, and to create a currency bigger than the dollar, which would diminish our purchasing power around the world. If they diminish the dollar, I think my big thing, and correct me, if I'm wrong with it. I forgot how we said it yesterday. My transgression, forgive it. But to me, everything is built on like someone believing in what you have, meaning we have a dollar we trust because we just trust it. I have a dollar, I give it to Kaneem. It has value because we trust its value. From what I read, like even just recession start based on spending. So if we all get fearful, a recession starts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all like a speculative, like even with stocks rising and falling, if someone of a value says something about a stock, they can drop the stock, or if they sell off, like certain people can just say things. Crypto, of course, is definitely, built on feelings. Like if we all join in, it'll rise up. If we all disperse it, it drops. And it can just start from conversation. So like even like the World Bank and these organizations that are huge, he said that World Bank and a lot of these industries, if they, well, not just but if the central bank, if they lose confidence, they use the word confidence in a currency, it drops, it loses its value. Just like you said, we used to be backed by gold. I'm not sure why we got off the gold standard, maybe for growth's sake, I'm not sure. But I think about that, Errol, am I correct in a lot of that? It's a lot of what we feel or what they feel is a worthy currency.
So yes, the rise and fall of stock prices is based upon consumer confidence. It could be spending. It can be a number of those things. But when you see when you do see like major rapid, whether it's rapid increases or rapid decreases, and let's look at the increase side first. If a company is performing well, that means that they have there's consumer products, there is consumer confidence within that product. People are investing, people are making purchases, they're spending their money. And so there's belief in the company that, hey, we should be able to engage and invest into this company because we believe in it, short term or long term. Same thing happens on the reverse side. There's a lack of consumer confidence. There's a change in terms of financial performance for the company. And these are going to be deciding factors for whether a business is going to, if people are going to invest in a company, and then they're going to also look into, how those stock prices go up and down.
All right. Okay. Interesting. Go ahead.
I just need to know what language that I need to start learning right now. Malcolm X said it best in his autobiography. He was saying the world need to learn Japanese, but I don't hear nothing happen from Japan. They've been quiet for a very long time.
Chinese, yeah.
I know ni hao ma, wo hao ni look. So I can get a conversation started.
Yeah. Right. Ni hao. Oh, so I just wanted to kind of throw. He said, "Right, I'm still on English, right? So trying to get that right." Oh, so I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. I mean, I know it's a deep conversation, somewhat partisan, but it's a reality. And I was just kind of looking up some of the information. I mean, the BRICS really just, I think about 2009. So they're really, in terms of unification to come together. However, I can cuss in 47. Jeff, I'm gonna need you to log off. I'm gonna need you to log off before Facebook comes get you.
Let's go again.
Is that right? Is that Jeff again? Is that, send them a warning? Send them a warning. So yeah, it's important to kind of pay attention to this thing. Because I believe it's, things can drop and change overnight, especially when it comes to currency. I feel, like it can just shift and change. Most part you kind of see it, but it can. That's how I felt, and that's kind of why I've been kind of really looking at it, like, okay, where are we at? And keep in mind, and they've said it in articles, like the like the Brazilians, Russians, India, China, stuff. Their work is the enemy of my enemy. They become my friend. So they're kind of working together because they don't like the U.S. or whatever, but they're not really kumbaya and together, because that's been said. They're not really a very cohesive group, hardcore, but for the focus of taking down, the colonists, or for Russia, because from what I hear, Putin has been kind of pissed since the USSR had been broken up. So he's really been on this strategic plan of revenge anyway. So it's like, and then he got tons of sanctions on him. So it's like, oh, let's go. Them and China, tons of sanctions. It's like, let's go. So just kind of watch it so you know what's going on. Keeping it real, I've been thinking, like, should I be buying gold? Where can I stick my dollars so it can sustain if there is a collapse or if there is a shortfall. So I don't know if Earl could speak to that. I just been thinking about that. So we're just thinking, I'm not trying to instill fear, and we're always a positive group here, but when I see certain information and it kind of is on my mind, I want to kind of put it out there, and hopefully you guys could mince on it a little bit. But go ahead, Earl.
When you look into investments, let me kind of bring some things kind of like full circle. I think the best investment that you can make into is yourself. And I know that kind of sounds cliche, but real talk is, we invest into a lot of companies, but what do you invest in yourself? What's the return on investment into the company in which you may own? We have, several business owners that may be either listening or, here on the stage, but, number one, starting from there and looking into your house before you invest someplace else. That's one thing. I have no problem. Number two, finding alternative investments that you can be able to look into where you can be able to get a greater return on your money. So whether that is, private investments, there's people who are looking for investments all the time where you can get a higher return on your money, more so than investing into some of these other companies where you pour in all of your money month after month, year over year. You just have to find those connections and those people. And then making sure that they're legit and they're going to do what they say that they're going to do. So yeah, I'll stick right there. See if we want to go anywhere else, because I was about because remember you were talking about, and we talked about like another company that's like down in Atlanta that asked people for a lot of money, and apparently they had filed bankruptcy. So so you look at the millions of dollars who, making sure that you are finding the right types of investments so that you can be able to get a return on your money. So yeah.
Okay. I feel like there's more you want to share, but
so
cool.
Earl, you said like invest in yourself, right? At what point do you stop investing in yourself So, because like where you start reaping profits from, like like here go like with the photo booth thing. I'm constantly investing in it, and I'm not reaping in the profits that I would like to. Because I'm always investing in it.
You will never stop investing in yourself.
True.
You'll never stop investing into the business. It's more so. It's now how can you gain a higher return on investment than what you're getting right now. Right now, you feel like you're in the negative.
Right.
Feel.
Don't do it. All right, I got you. You got it.
Feel.
Reality. That's a lot of investment, right?
I think those are investments.
It's investment, brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like that. So now that's only 2,000 I'm netting.
Yeah.
I put this real right there. I put it all out there, guys. Don't worry about me. But I was like, I looked at that. I was like, father, mother, like shoot. but my product is always separate. It's different than the others, and it's always up there. But I'm like, so he's saying I gotta. You said I gotta find a way to make the profit better.
Yeah, like we talked to you, is that you gonna have to increase your prices and get a new target audience.
Right. That too. And collaboration, and more collaboration.
Oh yeah, man. You need to form some partnerships, man. Like I tell you, if you can get in, I don't know if you attend any of your board meetings for education, but you need to start attending them board meetings for education, man, because they always. That's one thing about school districts. They always got something going on. I mean, most school districts have hundreds of schools. And I'm including elementary, middle, and high school. They got hundreds of schools. That's thousands of faculty. You know what I'm saying? So you get in, they always got something going on. And education is linked to state government, city government. So if you can get in with education, you can get in with city government. They always got something going on.
So let me take that. Let me take that idea and run with it for a little bit. So
yes, sir.
So sticking with the education space, you can now, let's say, go into register as like some type of business enterprise within the Commonwealth of Virginia, and then partner up with some of the school districts for, back to school, Halloween, Thanksgiving, holiday celebrations, end of the, we getting ready for testing, we end of the school year, faculty appreciations, all types of events you can be able to create, because these people are going to have these events anyway.
Right.
How are they able to capture the moments of their events? Because that's what you do.
So I did do that. I am registered. I am a vendor for the Loudoun County public school system right now.
Okay.
I've done it before. I've actually put my paperwork. I was like, I had everything set up. I'm in there. I am in this, right?
And like Sling.
You know what the problem is here?
What the problem is?
Larry love the kids.
Larry love the kids.
I couldn't.
I love the kids.
I don't want to profit on education. Like,
Larry, what's wrong with you, buddy?
I got y'all. I got you. You're gonna get a timeout. You're gonna get a timeout.
It's me, AD, and Earl, because we the only one got common sense on here right now. So
we love the kids too.
We all got kids. Why would we not love kids? Man, Larry, hey, matter of fact, Larry, go ahead, go in your bathroom, look in the mirror, and slap yourself. That's what you do.
I do it on camera. All right. I need a business manager. I need someone to handle that and then send me off to the world.
Oh,
Take the heart out of it. It'll be hard. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, you love the kid. You doing it for the kids. If you love the kids so much, put a little extra on there. Send them a card. Send them a balloon. Give them a piece of candy with their picture. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture with it. Hey, I love you, kid. Here go a picture of me. Right, there you go.
So you gotta, but you have to look
I'm doing it back to school on this Thursday. I'm back this Thursday.
Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm. You have to look at it like this. Based upon the work that you do, you help the kids, you help the teachers, you help them to prosper.
Yeah, you are allowing that child to remember that moment.
Right. You just create a moment. That's where you love the kids. But you got bills. You get, the kids ain't paying.
The more money you make, the more kids you can help.
Right. Look at that. The more money you make, this is for you, whoever watching right now, the more kids you can help. Look at that. He said,
that's my dog. That's my dog.
Right. I will take you off screen too.
Right, come on, Rod. Hey, if Larry keep helping all these kids and don't make no money, Larry gonna have to pawn that little old machine.
All right, so continue investing in myself, and this is for everybody else too. So you continue investing in yourself, and then what was it? You got to learn to make profit off of that investment.
Yes, sir.
That's the key.
Profit. Right. That's the key. Off of what you invest. So it said, like you're invested. So you signed up with Loudoun County, but you got Alexandria, you have Loudoun, you have Spotsylvania, you have all the ones that's in the area.
All the ones
that you can be able to connect with.
Yeah. Because being that you with Loudoun County, right? You already registered, so that's already a track record. It should be easy for you to go to the next county.
Today's word is
be able to get on. You just rinse and repeat. Because
they know you already got your background check.
Surrounding counties.
You got your background.
You might not even have to leave your state no more because you got all this business set up.
Then you got Henry, you got Clayton, you got Douglas County. I'm just saying. So, because you're already in the system like that, and that's a big thing. Anybody, as you get into business, once you get in one system, you just rinse and repeat because they already know you know how to operate in the system. I'm sure you got a background check that show you can be around the kids.
I do
in the system.
And you just transfer.
That's the main thing, right? They love it. They're like, "Oh, you did this before." Listen, everybody loves someone with experience. Right.
I know them.
I know them. Hey, what you know about this Larry guy? Oh, he love the kids. Oh, let's bring him on over here. Bring him on over here.
Larry love the kids.
Larry love the kids, and the kids love Larry.
Hey,
bring him on over here,
good, bro. Hey, it's when it do take off, Larry, it's gonna take off like a rocket, brother. Yes. You're gonna be like, oh man, I need some staff. I got too much stuff going on.
Right. All right. I like rockets.
Right. You like rockets? Oh man. But listen, and this is for anybody listening, because at first I was like, we're gonna get into this weekend, because everybody has economics that you're trying to grow. So if you have a business or you're trying to get in, it's about the relationships. And that's what Brothers of Legacy is all about. It's all about building the relationships because they matter. Trying to hang out, having house parties, part 7.
I tried to tell you. I had them on deck. I had to counsel everybody. Ain't nobody give me no feedback. So I was like, man, they ain't gonna make it. It's just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be me. So I can't put no dollars in y'all like that. It's just gonna be me.
Right. Right. But yeah, definitely. It's all about the connections, all about friends. Go ahead, Larry.
No, but what was the other investment options besides yourself? I think
so private investment. So like, let's just say you had people to invest in you, like you were going out seeking money for people to give you capital to invest in your business, so that you can go out and build this business to the next level.
Right.
It helps you because one of your challenges is probably looking at a cash flow issue. But if you resolve the matter to deal with the cash flow issue, it gives you the bandwidth to help you to go out there and get the money, to get the staffing that'll help you to get more sales, which will give you more, more marketing, give you more money, and it'll help you generate more revenue. So when the question came up is that, hey, private investments can seem kind of sketchy. All investments can seem can be sketchy, because at the end of the day, you can lose some or all your money, but you can also gain. You can also make your money back, and then you can also surpass it. So it's just like the stock market. It's just that when it is more private, people are a little bit more intimate, or a little bit more, let's say, controlling. But it's you lose your money in the stock market. I don't see people going up and unless you have invested a significant amount of money, making all kinds of all hell breaking loose. You're not as detached. You're not attached to money when it goes into the stock market than when it is with private investing.
Right.
And that's for some. But what I would say is that I think let's say if you have that opportunity, you have that vision, what you're trying to grow, you get that money that can be able to come in. It will help you to do the work in which you're trying to do. So it's a journey.
Yeah, it is,
and it's not overnight.
So that Nigerian prince, I should invest in him,
or have him to invest in you.
You got that email? You got that same email? I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Thank you for being here, Kaneem. You got that email. I am too. They're gonna send me the 2.5 million. Yeah. I just got to send them the $1,000 to release it to get it to me. So I need y'all to send me the $2,000 so I can get that 2.5, and I'll get y'all. I will double the money y'all give me. See how that works? Look how that works. Look at him. Look at God.
So I'm gonna ask take advantage of. Well, I'm gonna look at Rob's question. Talk about the tax write-off. So let's give an example. You have $6,000. In which you say you did it in sales, $4,000 in expenses. That's just hardcore expenses in which you have. But there's other expenses in which you have. You have business use of home. You have your cell phone. You have all of these shared expenses that you have that can help bring your tax liability down.
Right. Oh, very familiar.
And so some of your investment is where we're allowing your business, especially in your earlier years, to help reduce your tax liability, that'll help bring in your either to reduce your tax liability, get a refund, all that good stuff. Yes, party utilities is one, mortgage insurance, your interest on your mortgage, all that good stuff. There's tons of deductions that's out there. So in these earlier years, and then you got vehicle expenses. So you driving to all of these places,
right?
Use it as a write-off,
right?
So while you may not see it on the front side, use it to your benefits.
Right. I will always definitely recommend. I'm on this keeping good books, like what goes out, what comes in, you know, and I'm doing some study on, you know, just keeping good accounting. What goes, you know, what are you making? Opportunity costs. Doesn't a business have to eventually show profit? Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Uber and Lyft took how long they've been around? 8 years or so, 10 years or something. They've just started showing profit. If y'all don't know, they just started showing profit. Just started showing profit. So it takes time. I mean, and their investors, it's like, hey Jeff, I need 10,000. All right, Jeff, I'm gonna need another 10,000. Hey Jeff, I know you got that money coming in. Can you bless me? I promise you, it's coming back. We rolling, you know, because it took them a while. It takes a while. Like sometimes you're not gonna show. You're gonna be in the black. You'll be kind of in the black. You break it even is fine, you know. But it takes time. And
all of those investors where they have taken, let's say when they've taken losses, yes, it also helps the investors in their share of the ownership of the business in terms of a write-off as well. Right. Because those write-offs pass back to all of the shareholders.
Right. Okay.
Right. So yes. Yes, a business has to eventually show a profit for many of us who are running, you know, small business enterprises, shall I say. Iris really wants you to, you know, have that turn within, you know, let's say 3 to 5 years, give somewhere around there. One reason why is that you want to make sure that your business is not running like a hobby. And is the business in which you're building, are you really seeking to create a earnings or lifestyle or a life for yourself using that business entity? So those are for more, you know, people who are using like a Schedule C. You'll see as you go into, you know, some of these other business structures, yeah, they can take losses any year, every year. Right. But at some point, you know, if you're getting into some of these, you know, more public companies, they have to have some type of confidence in you if they're going to continue to invest in you.
100%. Yeah, I think 3 years. So Jeff says, I was thinking 3 years because you're writing off all expenses. The IRS isn't going to let you just indefinitely write off expenses.
Correct. Yeah, that's where the hobby law. That's where the hobby laws come into place.
Gotcha.
So the hobby law. Go ahead.
So you really have to really get into the marketing and really pushing your business to start having profit so you can show profit. Is that the deal? But if you don't do it,
at the end of the day, yes, you do. You know,
what's this hobby law?
So hobby law says that, you know, after 3 years, if you're not making a profit, your business can only write off the amount in the tune of the revenue that you gained. So if let's say if you've had 3 years of losses, then let's say year 4, you try to write it off. If you only brought in $6,000, then you can only claim $6,000 worth of expenses.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's actually pretty good then.
Because in your earlier years, if you brought in $6,000 but you spent $14,000, you get the advantage of tax liability of $8,000.
Right.
Yeah.
From the other sources of income you have.
Gotcha. You're right. Been there. That was great last year.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Just as a note, I've just been corrected by Google. Lyft has not had a profitable year yet. They have one profitable year, but they're not profitable. They're still every year still showing net loss. All right. But that doesn't mean the folks aren't getting paid. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Don't mean everyone, CEO still getting this check. Everybody's still getting that check. They're just still reporting a net loss. But that's a deeper conversation. So we appreciate you guys for being here. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. It's Mental Health Wednesday. So hopefully you got something out of this. We talk coffee, we talk money, we talk business. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Make sure you guys are following Mr. Earl T. Murray. If you need some more specific advice from my brother, make sure you connect with him on all social media at Earl T. Murray III, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, and connect with him. Anything you want to share before we go, Earl?
That's it.
That's all. And if you're in the Virginia area and you need yourself a photo booth, let's get with my brother Larry. Larry is the man. And guess what? He love the kids. He love the kids. Jeff said, I wanted to open a business just to try void pay of taxes. Right. The accountant is right. You cannot do that. So, all right. We look forward to seeing you guys. And that advice has been going around the internet too. Open up businesses to high tax. But we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be safe. Make good choices. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. Also, 988, you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis. Make sure you dial 988. Remember, relationships matter. Connection matters. All right. Peace out. Did I hit it? Nope, I didn't hit it. I'm slowing the draw.